Yes, people, how are you doing? Red Pill Phil. Hope you're staying positive. Hope you're resonating. And I hope you're not losing your shit. 'Cause it's so easy to do. Victimhood. Victimhood is a cap. It's a cap that doesn't fit well with anybody. No matter what your skin tone, no matter what your body shape, no matter what your mindset, it just doesn't work. It's not what the human brain is supposed to be doing. When you think that we're sentient human beings with ultimately one experience in life, and in the longevity of time, fucking hell, pardon my French, if we truly do have the concept of eons, then what's 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 years if you're lucky? Broken down, it'll be a matter of seconds. Means nothing. It's gone before you know it. There's civilizations that have been here for far longer, done so much more, come and gone. So ultimately that 60, 70, 80, if you're bloody lucky, 100 years means nothing. But one thing that you should do with that time is to try and make it the best that you can out of it. Whatever the deck of cards, do you resort to a victim cap? Are you going to spend them years that you should be really on a personal development, on a spiritual development, in order to help you, help your wider family, help the community, help the region, help the country, and fuck me, if it really goes well, help the world? So if you choose to wear a victimhood cap, you're going to project energy that is not going to be positive. It's not going to help you or your family or the community or the region. You know what I'm saying? We could all go like that. Come where? We could all go like that. Over these past couple of months, if it's not family members that have just had to deal with bereavements, it's very good friends that have had to deal with bereavements over this time. Knowing the guidelines, knowing what it's like now, the curtailments, the fact that you having a normal funeral now is pretty much a no-no. So it seems weird that people carry that with them. Haven't you got a far better chance of living a positive life, projecting positivity, nurturing your family to think the same thing, have friends and family that think the same thing? Isn't that a more powerful and productive and proactive tool to have, rather than animosity, hatred, envy, jealousy? I mean, these are all emotions that you don't really need with you when you're just going about your day-to-day life. And you certainly don't need to be projecting it to people that you don't even know. So what are you doing? You're kind of making your life crap. And whoever you decide to project that victimhood mentality to, you're making their life crap. So going back again, if you're only on this planet for a certain amount of time, shit, shouldn't you be sat down, just chilling, talking, connecting on a cosmic level with one another? I've had a niece just found out that her father and a stepmother who live in England, the north of England, whilst she's living in France, she gets a phone call from Interpol to tell her that a father and a mother-in-law are now deceased within days of one another due to COVID. I've had a good friend of mine come to me His sister's passed away. Out the blue. Out the blue. Cardiac arrest. Next thing you know, she's no longer with us, God rest her soul. I had a friend several weeks ago. His mother, fit as a fiddle, mentally astute, all round lovely family. She goes to the theatre. Unbeknown to her, there was a blood clot. She collapses within a few days, she's dead. So then you think, well, do you want to wear a victimhood cap? Do you want to walk round and feel that the world owes you something? That people who you don't even know are somehow to blame for the woes in your life? Is that seriously going to make you feel any better? Is that going to give you the opportunities, knowing that they've got on one knee, acquiescent to your demands? But yet, you've not addressed your own mindset. So if you've not addressed your own mindset, then it doesn't matter who gets on the knee, what demographic, what they say to you, doesn't matter. Because fundamentally, your mindset is still in place. And that mindset of the victimhood mentality is detrimental to you, to your family, to the community, to the region. And we're not talking about any demographic here. I speak to survivors all the time. And I tell you what, the amount of admiration I've got for survivors, because when they're on YouTube, when they're on their own platform speaking of what their life was all about, what it meant for them, and what it means now being online, talking about it to try and soothe other people, imagine the strength. Because initially, most certainly, with that violation that individual has gone through, man or woman, that trauma, the victimhood will be there, won't it? But yet, a survivor that then realizes that they are a survivor and not a victim, takes that victimhood cap off, hangs it up, and puts on a survivor cap. Boom! Within an instant, total different mindset. Bearing in mind the longevity of time that you're here, the energy that you want to project, what you want to do with your own personal development, and by doing that, what may come back to you with the beautiful aura that starts to develop around you because you haven't got the victimhood mentality. I don't know anyone who carries a victimhood mentality who's got a good aura. I know plenty of good people that have had a lot of bad things done to them. I mean, I'll admit to you, there's been times in my life where I have wore the victimhood mentality. When I have felt the journey I am making in my life, it's already been dictated, it's being heavily controlled because of the oppression I feel. And then that energy starts to project out. So then I interact with people. My energy is somehow different now because I've got that cap on. Then I look at people that maybe have things that I may want. I don't think of what I can achieve to get that. I think of what is being done to me to stop me getting that. That's enough to make anyone angry. Anyone. The proverbial chip on your shoulder. So to work through that mindset, it's not easy. I had a friend of mine, the same friend whose sister sadly passed away just recently. He grew up in a predominantly black area. Yeah, black guy, lives in Longside. I grew up in Miles Platin, predominantly white area. It was only the other day we were talking about Black Lives Matter and all that crap. And he said, Phil, you know what? You've had racism more than me, haven't you? And I said, how do you mean? He said, well, I've lived in a black area. Now, the black area might have felt oppressed, might have felt lack of opportunities, but we're particularly there as a community. You wasn't in a community that was conducive to you when you were growing up in the 70s. So, no doubt, the events that you've had in your life are probably worse than mine. And I looked at him and went, mate, you bang on. Because there was only 3 black families when I was growing up in Miles Platin. And you had to grow up quick. You had to be on the ball. And unfortunately, you had to be prepared to fucking defend yourself and look after yourself, because shit was coming from all directions until it got to a point where acceptance started to come. But that was a long road. And it probably come in my generation more than my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters got it fucking bad. My father got it even worse. But yeah, the victimhood cap doesn't suit me. I don't want it. I don't want to project that. If I don't succeed in life, it's because of me, not because of the cap or what the cap brings, because of me. Because of my lack of awareness on what I can do and my potential in myself. Never mind any other individual, myself. And then you get help from other people in order to do anything. Opening a business, you need help. But that opening a business takes the idea, takes ingenuity, takes hope, takes finances. Some people might not have that opportunity, but in some ways, can't we all do better for ourselves if we project positivity? Don't mean I'm going to have a Rolls Royce or I'm going to be a billionaire. Maybe that is a bit beyond my limit, but maybe the stars is where exactly I could belong. So it is all on me. Positive attitude, you beam that shit out, the order comes back. Before you know it, you'll get opportunities that will be afforded to you. The same opportunities that have always been afforded to you. But because you've had the victimhood cap on, you've not seen it. You've felt they've not been applicable to you. Why not? You're living in a country that will allow you to do anything within reason, within the guidelines of the law that we all currently run by. Why are you any different? Doesn't make sense. It's that negativity that then turns violent, then agitates, and then people that have had the goodwill and the respect and the humbleness, then that will start to wane. Before you know it, it will turn to exacerbation. And then it will turn into frustration and then probably confrontation. And they're all words that I don't want. I don't want to live around them. I don't want to project that to my children. I don't want to limit my children. My children can do whatever they want in life. It's up to them. I ain't going to tell them, well, because of this, darling, I don't know, you might get stopped doing that there. You might get stopped doing that there. What is that going to do to her psyche? Is she not going to walk around thinking that she's got baggage on her head? Or do I inject into her that, you know what? You go out, you be the best person that you can be. It doesn't matter his content of character, not colour of skin. Interact with people like you want them to interact with you. That's all you can do. If you receive negativity, if you receive bigotry, if you receive racism, walk away. That is for them to deal with. Don't let them project that onto you. Because you don't fit that victimhood cap. You ain't got that in your locker. If only more people done that, on the white side, on the black side, on the Muslim side, on the whatever side. Man, this world, we're already going through shizzle. And look at it, literally ripping each other apart sociologically. And it's not right, it's unjust. And we don't have to do this. People don't have to have this mindset. Because I guarantee, if you do get the acquiescence that you seek, it won't be nutritious, because you'll want more. You'll want more. You'll want more when all you had to do was take off that victimhood cap, realize that everyone is in the same boat, everyone has got the same curtailments, and it is up to you on an individual level how far you take your life. Remember, the life that in the longevity of time is only a matter of fucking seconds. So what are we doing? Red Pill Phil, I love you all, even the pissing haters. Amen.
I love you. 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 I love you.
Even the pissing haters.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.